Hey golf fans, welcome to another episode of Up and Down, where we take a look at what's trending up and what's trending down in the game of golf. Trending up, for the first time in more than 3 years, Jordan Spieth is back inside the top 10 of the official World Golf Rankings. It was only February of this year that saw him miss the cut at the Farmers Insurance Open to plummet to 92nd in the world. From there, really without warning, he reeled off 3 consecutive top 5 finishes, a stretch which he would add an exclamation point to in the form of his win at the Valero Texas Open, his first victory since the 2017 Open Championship. From there, he would add a share for third at the Masters and finished runner-up to Collin Morikawa at the Open Championship to put together easily his most successful season since 2017. But for Spieth to jump inside the top 10, that meant someone had to come out of it, and that happened to be, ironically, Tony Finau, who has become notorious for top 10 finishes, as he now sits at number 11 in the world. Also trending up, while many of the game's top stars were not in action this past weekend, that didn't stop them from notching a win in the Halloween costume department. Start with Justin Thomas, who gave a tip of the cap to the great Jackie Moon, showing off the guns in the process. Tony Finau and his crew dressed up as the Goon Squad, and fellow Ryder Cupper Ian Poulter has clearly been working out in advance of his costume, that or brushing up on his Photoshop skills. Meanwhile, Dustin Johnson rubbed elbows with a presidential crew at his Halloween get-together, and the most current costume goes to Jon Rahm, who dressed up as AFC Richmond legend Roy Kent. But the costume of the week, hands down from the golf world, came from NFL MVP candidate Josh Allen. He arrived to his game with the Dolphins, fully clad in a visor, sunglasses, and of course a cup of coffee. All of that in tribute to Phil Mickelson, Cavs and all. Trending down, Brooks Koepka has never hid his disinterest for non-major tournaments, but that's exactly where he'll be this week at the Worldwide Technologies Championship in Mexico as he tries to get his game back on track. One would have to go all the way back to the Open Championship in July to find the last time he finished inside the top 20 on a leaderboard. This, of course, to go along with his sub-500 record at the Ryder Cup. Koepka has always said it like it is, and that didn't change this week. He said, quote, "I've been playing so bad for so long, I'm just trying to play my way out." He'll continue trying to play his way out next week in Houston as he tees it up in another non-major, and he'll close out his 2021 campaign with an appearance at Tiger's event, the Hero World Challenge, in early December. We wrap things up by highlighting a finish that you may not have been paying attention to last weekend. To the victor goes the spoils, and that's certainly true week in and week out on the PGA Tour. But 31-year-old Jim Knous recorded what he referred to as the greatest top 60 of all time. That's because entering the Bermuda Championship, he needed to finish 67th or better to maintain conditional status on the PGA Tour. That looked very much in doubt after he bogeyed 7 of his first 8 holes, resulting in an opening round 76. He would bounce back with a second round 66 to make the cut on the number, but his work was far from done. Flash forward to his final round where he opened 4 over par through his first 8 holes, but once again would bounce back with 4 birdies on his closing 9, all adding up to a roller coaster tie for 57th. While Knous was not in high demand for a press conference after the tournament, it does mean that the PGA Tour journeyman lives to fight another day. That's all for this episode of Up and Down. You can always head over to si.com for more. Until next time, I'm your host, Colin McDonald, and remember, it's not about whether you hit the perfect approach, it's about whether you get up and down from there.